Do I try saying that with an accent? Criado Perez? Criado Perez. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a very old school, very YouTube 2014 style video, and that is a tag. I've done a couple of things that are kind of bookstagrammy before. To those of you who don't know me, I'm Becky. I am 23. I used to work and I'm hoping to again work as a bookseller. I have always studied English and book related subject. I thought I would do the Reading Rush stay at home tag today. If you don't know, the Reading Rush is run by Ariel Bisett, who is a Canadian YouTuber, and her partner in crime, Raylene. Now they've decided to do a sort of condensed version because we're all stuck at home. So they did this back on the 16th of April. I'm very late to the party. However, I really liked the questions and thought they were relevant sort of throughout this whole period, so I wanted to give them a bash. So without further ado, these are questions that Ariel has come up with and the Reading Rush in the thing, and if you want to have a go at this yourself or just answer the questions as we go in the comments, then please do. I would love to know what you're reading and how you are enjoying it. I've got the questions on my phone. This is the stay at home Reading Rush tag. Question 1. How is reading going while you're staying at home? At the very start of this, all I did was sit and read, especially because the weather was really nice. I was outside a lot just with a book. I did not want to deal, but I was still kind of feeling capable of reading and enjoying it. I did have a little bit of a slump a couple of weeks ago and haven't really read anything since. However, as you'll see, I've got quite a big TBR pile, and I'm hoping that now I've told you about the things that I want to read and should be reading, that I will actually get on and read them. Number 2, where have you been reading? Here, mainly, in bed. I have also been reading in the armchair in the sitting room and on a sun lounger outside in our garden. More on that later. Best book you have read in isolation. That has got to go to Year of Wonders. It was a reread. It's a book about a town in Derbyshire who isolate themselves during the plague year of 1665 to 1666. I totally understand that some people probably would want to avoid that kind of topic at the moment. However, I found it quite, I don't know, kind of reassuring that humans have been in this situation before and they get through it. It's also historical fiction, which is a genre that I absolutely love. And yeah, it was kind of, I knew what I was getting into because it was a reread, but it's just a fabulous book. If you like historical fiction, solid recommend. What is your favourite feel-good book? This one was really easy for me. I knew exactly where it was on the bookshelf and everything. It is upside down. Sorry, this book is actually reversible, so I picked it up the wrong way up, but it looked like the right way up. Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. I just love it. Again, it's apocalyptic. There's a theme developing here, but I just love Terry's little footnotes. I love the style of it. Crawley and Aziraphale are 2 of my favourite characters ever. And I also really enjoyed the TV series when that came out. Just a big Neil Gaiman fan, really. And I just, it brings me joy. Book you wish you could buy or borrow from the library. Okay, this was recommended to me by my very old, very dear friend. She's not old, our friendship is my friend Louise, who has actually been on this channel before. And it is a non-fiction book called Invisible Women by Caroline Criado Perez, and I will insert a little picture of it here. It is a book that exposes all of the data biases in a world that is designed for men. So I think this includes everything from car seat belts to the gender pay gap, all sorts of things. I really, really want to read it, but at the same time I'm not going to order it from Amazon because they're evil. I don't own an e-reader, and never has it come back to bite me so hard as now. When we're all allowed back outside, I shall be doing some feminist reading, but for now I would just dream about it. Author you want to shout out during this time? Do I want to shout out or shout at him is the question, because the guy who wrote The Naming of the Wind, Patrick Rothfuss. That book was supposed to be part of a trilogy, and he's written 2 of them, and they're nice big chunky books, and I loved both of the ones he's done so far. But he needs to hurry up and write the 3rd one. I keep looking out for it and it's just no sign yet. So Patrick, come on, you've got all the time in the world now. Please, please stop playing D&D on the internet and write the 3rd book. We have the Reading Rush TBR. Now, there are 4 categories for this. They are as follows. Read a book with a house on the cover. Read a book in the same place for the entire time you're reading it. Read a book set somewhere you wish you could go, and read a book that will make you smile. So 2 of these I've done already. First is the book with a house on the cover. This is Wickenhurst by Michelle Paver. There's the house. It is set in Suffolk, which is interesting because I live in Suffolk, so I was a little bit dubious about certain aspects of this. It is about a child who lives with her father, and her father is a bit of a medievalist and he's obsessed with this painting that they find. It's full of intrigue, mystery, it's a little bit witchy, which seems to be a bit of a theme. And it's historic fiction that kind of combines the recent past with medievalist stuff and a bit of folklore. I really liked Michelle Paver's previous stuff. I used to read the Wolf Brother books, and the style, I kind of forgot that she's a little bit hard to get into, but once you do, it just goes. It was interesting. The next one was read a book staying in the same place the whole time. One thing I have done that I'm actually quite proud of myself for during lockdown is I've read both of the Book of Dust books that are out so far, and this one, the second one, which is The Secret Commonwealth, I sat on the sun lounger outside and read it cover to cover in one day, and this book I think is about 700 pages. So not bad going. I cannot wait for the next instalment. I think Philip Pullman is brilliant, and it was a really great bit of escapism just to really sink my teeth into. Also, can we just appreciate how beautiful, if I take the dust cover off, look how pretty this book is. It's got an extract down the spine, it's blue, it's sparkly, kind of matches my room, and I love it. Third one, read a book that is set somewhere you would like to go. Now, me and Alex were supposed to go to Paris last year. Unfortunately, Eurostar cancelled the trains because of a workers' strike, French end, so we didn't get to go, but I would still love to go to Paris. I've never been. I was going to read this on the train while we were going there, but I didn't get the chance, so I've decided to read it now. And that is The Elegance of the Hedgehog by Muriel Barbary. I'm in 2 minds about it, but I will probably update you on that when I've finished it. I've only just started it. And lastly, and for me most excitingly, I have managed to get my hands on Queenie by Candice Carty-Williams. It has been shortlisted for various things. It says on the back that it's darkly comic and bitingly subversive, so I'm hoping that it will make me smile. I've got quite a dark sense of humour. The other books attest to I don't find it hard to enjoy things that are a little bit gritty, shall we say. I don't know what that says about me. This is another one that Louise recommended to me actually, but I've been seeing it absolutely everywhere, and I thought that I should probably read it. Also, it's another shiny cover. I am nothing if not a magpie. This is the next one on my TBR. I cannot wait. In fact, I've promised myself that once I edit this video, I can start reading this. That is my Reading Rush lockdown tag video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that maybe you got some recommendations out of it. Let me know what you're reading, if you've made your own Reading Rush tag. Link it in the comments and I'll go and give it a watch because I'd love to see what other people are doing. Hopefully when the bookshops open again, we will all be able to go and get those things that we have seen and heard about. Just a quick note, it is a really hard time, especially for independent bookshops. So if you can, if your local one is taking orders, please do order from them because they are being hit most hard. Also, if you can, pre-order books because authors, it really helps in the first few weeks of sales to get pre-orders, helps in the book charts, it gets people out there. I suspect that that is what happened with this one, and it's actually done very well as a consequence. Go follow your booksellers on Bookstagram, Booktube. They are really good people to go and follow and talk to because Even if you're looking to buy something on a Kindle, all reading is good reading. I hope you're well, I hope you're safe, happy reading, and I will see you again very soon.